Hey, it's Jamila from Color Me Crafty, and the other day Cricut released a very exciting update. So today I am going to use Cricut's Print Then Cut to sublimate over glitter vinyl. Let's get into it. If you haven't already switched over to the larger Print Then Cut sizes, go ahead and check the video that I linked above and get everything switched over and then come back here. Because this Print Then Cut is going to be used for sublimating on glitter, the first thing I am going to do is add an offset for my glitter layer. So to do that, you're just going to go up and click on offset and decide on the size that you want for your offset and then click apply. I didn't want a huge offset for this, so I just chose something a little bit smaller. So the next thing I did is in the bottom right of the screen, I clicked on contour and then clicked on hide all, and that removes all the holes or whatever that are inside my contour, and I changed it to white, and then select everything and click flatten. Once you've hit flatten, everything is in one piece and it is now a Print Then Cut image. If you look over in the layers panel, you can still see that the error circle is there. And that is because the paper size that I've chosen is too small for my image. Well, my image is still too big to print on the paper size, but we'll get to that in a second. So I'm going to go in here and I'm going to choose the correct paper size. And my paper size is 11 by 17, so I'm going to choose that and click on save. And then I'm going to go back to the red error message and click on auto resize, and that is going to resize my image to fit my paper. I'm going to duplicate the image. Now this next image is not going to be a Print Then Cut. This is the image that we are going to use for our vinyl. So I'm going to click on unflatten. And now that everything's unflattened, we can weld them together. And to do that, you click on combine and then weld. Now you have an image that is completely one piece. I just changed the color so that we can see what we're doing here. Now, before you click on make it, make sure to go back up and change it from a Print Then Cut to a basic cut image. We are printing this on vinyl, but normally when we do sublimation, you want to make sure that the designs are mirrored, and there's nothing that would really show up backwards in this design, but I like to make it a practice anyway. So I've mirrored the design and we're going to get it printed out. I like to click on print, go to use the system dialog box, and always make sure you've selected the correct printer. And when I go in here, I leave everything the same, except I do change my cut from normal to best. Cut your glitter vinyl on whatever settings you normally do. I cut mine on the glitter iron-on setting. Now for the exciting stuff. You need an easy press mat, your print, Cricut machine, vinyl. I have regular sizer white glitter and rainbow white. Rainbow white is my absolute favorite to do this with. A brayer tool, weeding tool, a shirt. You also need a mat for your vinyl, and then I like to use the blue mat for cutting paper. I'm gonna go ahead and get my glitter vinyl cut out first. So I'm going to put that on my green sticky mat. Go ahead and put it in the machine and follow the prompts on the screen until the machine tells you to press go, and get your glitter cut out and set aside. Normally I would have gotten my print on the mat while the glitter was cutting out, but I got a little sidetracked. So you're just going to put your sublimation print onto your mat the way that it looks on your screen. So on my screen, the wheels are facing the left side and the toe is facing up. So I want to make sure that I am placing it exactly the same way that it's on the screen. And I use the brayer tool to make sure that it is down on the mat good. I may have mentioned this already, but I know I mentioned it in the video as far as setting up, but make sure you're choosing the correct paper size. If you have 11 by 17, you can't choose the 11 by 7 by 11.7 by 16.5. The Cricut will not recognize that paper. Go ahead and get your print cut out and get your vinyl weeded. After the machine is done cutting your print, go ahead and remove it from the machine. The best way to remove paper to cut back on rolling is to lay your mat face down and pull the design away from the paper. This part doesn't matter because it's the part that's going in the trash anyway. Go ahead and flip your mat upside down and pull the mat away from your design, as opposed to pulling the design away from the mat, because that is where you end up with all that rolling that you get when you pull it off. I've already preheated my Easy Press, so the very first thing I need to do is press on the glitter vinyl. The easiest way to find the center of your vinyl is just to fold it down the middle and give it a little press at the top and the bottom, and you can see the line for the line from the fold. And what I do is usually just eyeball it to the tag, and this one just has a pressed on tag. Is tagless, but you can still kind of eyeball the center. If you're not comfortable with eyeballing, go ahead and grab a ruler. Now this first part only needs to be pressed enough to stick to the shirt. So go ahead and press for a couple seconds and remove your backing sheet. Allow it to cool for a little bit to help avoid any ghosting that you might have by sitting your sublimation print on that hot vinyl. But place your sublimation print face down on the vinyl and try to line it up the best you can. I kind of use tape as I go around to get it all lined up, but if you don't get it lined up exactly, the offset that we added helps a ton. I've already got my Easy Press preheated, so the next step is to go ahead and press this design on. I'm going to press it at 380 for 45 seconds, and I'm just going to sit my press down and leave it there until it's done. Once it's done, you want to make sure you lift straight up so that you don't cause your paper to move. You can allow your design to cool, or you can pull it off right away. It's pretty much personal preference. The paper can get hot. There is our sublimation design on white glitter vinyl using the larger Print Then Cut. I know I keep saying this, but this is a very exciting update. I appreciate you for being here. If you haven't already, go ahead and hit the subscribe button and turn the bell notification on. And if you have any questions or just want to say hi, drop me a comment below. Thanks for watching.